Welcome back. Um, Today's different. I I usually try to do content that's evergreen, meaning that if you listen to it today, tomorrow, next week, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years, it's all still useful information. Tools for a more joyful life, ways to improve yourself, that sort of thing. This week's a little different because yesterday Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and now I'm not a big Charlie Kirk follower. I'm not. I don't think I could have told you that he had a family even until yesterday. And but I always respected the stuff that I saw from him because he was a rare voice here in the world today, trying to have a dialogue. Where now, I mean, ask yourself, when's the last time you felt comfortable intentionally talking to someone who thought differently than you, trying to bridge a gap, to find some common ground, to do that from a place of love. Like I will tell you that I struggle to do that. I struggle to do that. I do it. I do it with intent. I do it as a practice, but I struggle. And if you don't, then God bless you. You're rare. And I think Charlie was rare too, because I never saw a video of him where he wasn't respectful. Yes, he had a strong opinion, and he was very straightforward about the fact that he had a strong opinion about his beliefs. But he seemed to me to be a respectful guy. And to see that someone would disagree with him to the level where they felt they need to silence him in the way that they did is dark. It's dark and it's ugly, and I hope that this is a moment. My deepest hope is that this is a turning point, in this point in our history as humans, where we just say no. And I'm starting to see it. I mean, there are some heinous people out there saying horrible crap and celebrating this. Yes, we'll get to them. But what I am seeing is I'm seeing people all over the spectrum of thought going, this is wrong. Because we know on a deep, deep level, this is wrong. This is wrong. And I'm not here to talk about Charlie Kirk today. What I'm here to talk about is the spiritual battle that we're in. This hopefully will be a turning point in that, because we are in a spiritual battle, and we have been in a spiritual battle for a long time. I've noticed that in the world, you've got, not to overly simplify it, but you've got the people like me, like perhaps you, that have some deeper spiritual belief, that believe that we are on a spiritual journey, that we're more than just this body. Perhaps we have, the belief in the soul and the spirit, perhaps in a higher power, whatever that higher power is. There's something powerful, though, about having a belief in a higher power and saying, you know what, I'm not just this body. I'm meant for something bigger. There's some destiny involved in this. There's some meaning and purpose to this life, and there will be something after this life that allows us to actually look at, when we do that, we look at everyone else that way too. We're able to go, oh, that person's also a spirit residing in a body. And when you don't think that way, you're more likely to, and not everyone, but many who have no spiritual belief, disregard everybody as just a body. You're not a spirit. You're not something. If you're not great, then how can anyone else be great either? But when you have a spiritual belief, it's easier to understand and see people as something greater than their body. If we're all spirits, that changes the dynamic. So what I'm seeing more and more is that, this vitriol, this hatred, this spewing of filthy words and hateful thoughts, frequently online, is is from people who, they don't have any particular belief that we're anything more than just a body. Now, to be clear, if you have no spiritual belief and you're here, I'm not saying that everyone who doesn't have a spiritual belief thinks that way. I'm saying that the vast majority of people I'm seeing that think that way aren't spiritual on any level. But this is a spiritual war that we're in. This is it. And what needs to happen in this moment is that we don't allow ourselves to embrace the anger, the darkness, feelings of maybe even hate for the person who did this thing. What we need to do is the only way we win this is with love. With love. And I know that sounds really pretty, but it's a bigger picture than just putting love out there, which is definitely a part of it. You need to open your heart. and love those. Love everybody, right? But also love yourself. You must also love yourself. And the reason you must love yourself is because it's your armor. It's your armor. And equally as importantly, and maybe even more importantly, is that what love for yourself allows you to do is have solid boundaries. Boundaries are vital right now. And let me tell you why. The darkness in the world will get to you if you don't have boundaries. If you have hateful people that you work with, I would say friends, you wouldn't have friends that are hateful, hopefully. Coworkers, people online, family members, whoever. You have dark people spewing hatred, and we've maybe seen quite a bit of that in the last 24 hours. I sure have. And I'm going full Heisman. Sorry, no. I'm not having it. I'm not having it anymore. I've been incredibly tolerant, and I think all of us have been incredibly tolerant of loud voices screaming about their wants, needs, desires, and beliefs for a long time. And good for us, because we should be. We should be tolerant and patient and try to do good things and meet people in the middle. The problem now is that we're at this point where loud, obnoxious people are under the impression that their opinion is the only one. And some people, to the extent that they think that pulling a trigger is the right solution to that. Boundaries. Have solid boundaries. This is a no bullshit thing now. In this spiritual battle, we're going to project the love outside, inside, and we're going to say hell no to these people. And don't just unfriend, shut them out, cut them off. If at all possible, let them know why. No, I'm done with this. I'm not having these conversations with you anymore. And this is why I'm not allowing your darkness in here. We are going through a beautiful spiritual transformation in the world, and you're not going to have a negative effect on it. Boom, done. Drop the mic, walk the hell off. If you can do that. And the reason is that'll be the last gift you give them. Because when we ostracize all of these horrible, horrible, horrible thinking people, maybe they'll all start to figure it out. They'll start to figure out they're on the wrong team and that there is something more beautiful. And the more love we have, the more we're going to glow as people. And when they look over that fence and go, hey, you know what? It looks a bit better over there. Those people aren't miserable as hell. Maybe they'll join us. Maybe they'll come and they too can be happy as well. Maybe they can find some love in their hearts and cast out the darkness. We're going to win this thing only by having solid boundaries and love. Arguing with angry, vitriolic people is like wrestling a pig. You both get filthy. In the end, you feel dirty, and only the pig's happy. Don't waste your time arguing with them anymore. Shut them down. Walk away. This is a spiritual battle that we're going to win with love. What are you doing today to help yourself get more love in your heart? Sit with your spiritual practice, journaling, meditation, walks in nature, whatever it is, talks with friends. Meet with somebody who you think like, sit across from them, be in their presence, meet with the eyes. Whatever you need to do to find balance, take care of yourself. And if you're listening to this 5 years from now or 10 years from now, I'm hoping that we've made our way through this spiritual battle, that we're on the other side and we're in a better place. I love you all. Thank you for being here.